Hello, my name is David and I am one of the QuickAdminPanel developers, and today we are going to talk about Laravel routes. Sometimes we are getting requests how to change this admin part in URL, so I'm going to show you how to do that. I made this demo project with our QuickAdminPanel, and as you see we have basic user management, permissions, roles, users, and I installed basic CRM module just to have some playground. And this is what we get in our routes web PHP file when we deploy the project. The key point there is the route group with the prefix admin, and basically this is the place where we want to change it to different value. Let's say instead of admin we want to name it panel, and let's see what happens then. When we navigate to our project, just navigate to the root URL. So authentication middleware redirects us to correct address. And as you can see, when I go to permissions, it has panel prefix. And same goes, for example, statuses and for every other CRUD. And as you can see, if we go, for example, to change password, we see the profile prefix. So basically we can do exact same thing just in the next group, and instead of profile we can name it to my account. And now next time I visit change password, you can see the prefix is no longer profile, it is my account. Another reason you might want to have prefixes is, for example, when I go to permissions and my URL is panel and permissions, but at this point I don't have consistency with my menu, for example user management, and I would like to put all these three CRUDs, permissions, roles and users, under do some nesting in a group. So basically we are going to do that now. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just creating a new group. Oh, okay. And with a prefix, for example, user management, creating a closure, and then putting all these three CRUDs in that group. And let's go to another CRUD now. And now when we visit permissions, as you see, we have the panel, user management, and then permissions in URL. Another question we get sometimes is how to remove these prefixes. So we are going to do that. We need to remove this group we created before and remove this parameter from the main group, and save the file. And we can now navigate to the root URL. And as you can see, we no longer have prefixes on our routes. And at this point, I would like to notice you that sometimes when you have a lot of CRUDs and a lot of routes and have no groups with prefixes, you can get URL collisions, and some of them might not work anymore. So you should stay aware of that. And another thing I would like to mention, when changing prefixes or URLs in general, there might be some cases that, for example, you have prefix as panel, and somewhere in your blade or in your controller or in data you are returning, there might be some hard-coded URLs, for example, like that, and when you change the prefix, that URL no longer works. But to that and to these kind of issues, we have another solution, and it is called named routes. Due to that reason, as you see in our generated code, we always use route function with a named route. So basically what it does, it just populates a correct link. And let me go through this. And how it works, you have route function with the named route, and it acts in a very similar way as an alias. For example, if A points to B, you can easily change B to C, but in some place you have a reference just to A, and you don't have these issues anymore. So prefix parameter, which is in our web file, for example panel, we are changing this place, and when we are changing this place we are not affecting how named route looks, because it is used only internally and is not visible to your visitors. When doing changes in your routes file, make sure you always changing the correct one, and don't mix the URL prefix, which is panel, and the named route prefix, which is admin dot. If you want to read more about this topic, here's official Laravel documentation about routing, route groups, and route names. Thank you for watching.